you have a different perspective about life, they have a different perspective about life. So you cannot just force anybody to do what you think is right for them. Maybe whatever you're thinking is wrong for them. So just give them a little bit of freedom. Just let go of them. Don't hold them. Sometimes it happens. We say, nahi, हमने तो उसको पकड़ के कहाँ रखा है, हम तो उसको करने देते हैं कुछ भी. बट ऐसा नहीं होता है. हम लोग पकड़ के रखते हैं अनकॉन्शियसली, बिकॉज वी हैव अ फियर दैट अगर हम पकड़ के नहीं रखेंगे, कंट्रोल में नहीं रखेंगे, तो कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. बट ऐसा नहीं होता है जीवन मालिनी जी. Sometimes it happens, you just have to let go of that person. Just free them for some time. And if you will say that, what if the child goes on a bad path, on something that is not to be, that person has not to go there. That's okay. That is a path on which if he's treading or she's treading on that person has to learn from that path. हम लोग क्या गिरे नहीं क्या? We have also fallen in our paths so many times. We fell into the ditches so many times, but we came out. Yeah. So you just have to be a rock support to your children, to your spouses, but you don't have to control them. Let go of them. It's okay. It's okay. This is what I do. This is my philosophy of life. I started letting go of everything. And that is how, when I started letting go of, everything that was there in my life, I started getting everything from the universe. So हम लोगों को थोड़ा सा अपना grip loosen करना चाहिए हर चीज के ऊपर. I'm not just talking about your family, your spouses. I'm talking about everything, even the material things also, even your aspirations, your goals, your desires, your needs, everything. जितना आप उसको छोड़ देंगे उतना वो आपके पास attract होके आएगा. So just let go. Give them a lot of love. Give your suggestion. But don't do that, because Patriji always says that never interfere in your children's life. They have their life of their own. Yeah, I hope, Jeevan Malini ji, in few words, I could just make you understand letting go. And letting go doesn't mean that you have to just cut the cords with your family and you go to the Himalayas and start meditating. No. Letting
not
go.
like that.
Yeah.
Not like
So you don't have to do that. So let go means let go of them. It's okay. Let them make their own choices. This is what I do with my kids also. I just tell them, I make them cautious. Let's see, if you're taking this choice, these are the pros and cons that are going to happen. Now it is your choice, what you want. And whatever the choice that they make, I'm always a rock support to them. Either it's a good choice or a bad choice. I don't care. I'm just there with them as a guide, just like angels are with me as a guide. Because the way they respect my free will, I respect the free will of my children or my spouse or my family members or friends. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ji. Thank you so
much.
Thank
you. Thank you, Jeevan Malini ji. Thank you so much. Yes, Dr. Anita.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good. Absolutely joyful. Yes. You tell me.
Nice. मैम एक क्वेश्चन है मेरे पास. एक क्लाइंट है जिसको मैं मेडिटेट करवा रही हूँ. तो वो जो है वो मतलब उनके हस्बैंड जो है वो उनका किसी से अफेयर था. उसकी वजह से जो है वो से मना करती थी, वो मना होता नहीं था. ठीक है. दोनों के बीच में फिर क्लैशेस फाइनली जो है वो उनके बीच में एवरीथिंग हैज बीन कट डाउन, आइदर सेक्सुअल रिलेशन, पर्सनल, एवरीथिंग. और इन लॉज से भी सारा कट ऑफ हो गया. नाउ दे आर लिविंग टुगेदर एज अ किड्स गार्डियन, नथिंग एल्स. ठीक है. मगर अब ऑब्वियसली दोनों साथ रह रहे हैं, उनके बीच में कोई रिलेशन नहीं है. वो जाहिर है वो हाउसवाइफ है तो वो जो है वो घर का सारा काम काज, खाना बनाना, कपड़े धोना, ये ईच एंड एवरीथिंग सर्विसेज जो भी होती है वो हस्बैंड को प्रोवाइड करे. और हस्बैंड भी जो है वो सारी सर्विसेज जो होती हैं वो उसको प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, लाइक खाना पीना, कपड़ा, ये वो सब कुछ. ठीक है. बट दे आर टोटली सेपरेट बाय माइंड. ठीक है. अब बाज दफा ऐसा होता है कि वो कहती है कि मैं नॉर्मल रहती हूँ, मगर बाज दफा ऐसा होता है कि मुझे अपने हस्बैंड को जब मैं देखती हूँ तो मुझे पिछली सारे दुख तकलीफें याद आती है, मुझे फिर से गुस्सा आना उस पर शुरू हो जाता है और मैं उसकी शक्ल नहीं देखना चाहती। आई एम जस्ट विद हिम बिकॉज ऑफ माई किड, ठीक है। और हस्बैंड जो है उसने कहा मेरे लिए तुम मर गई हो, क्योंकि तुमने मेरे पेरेंट्स को बताया है कि मेरा कैरेक्टर कैसा है, क्या है, वॉट एवर जो भी है उनका जो था, मतलब ठीक है। अब हस्बैंड भी उसको जो है वो देखता है तो उसको उसी गुस्से की निगाह से देखता है। अब वो डाइवोर्स इस वजह से नहीं ले पाते क्योंकि बच्चे जो है वो सफर करेंगे। अब वो दोनों साथ रह रहे हैं। अब वो वीकली मेरे पास आती हैं फॉर मेडिटेशन, मैं करती हूँ उनको, मगर उनका ये क्वेश्चन होता है कि मैम मैं इस चीज को ओवरकम करने के लिए मेडिटेशन तो कर रही हूँ, मगर वो सामने वाला बंदा जो है उसको मैं जब पास्ट मेरा सामने आ जाता है दोबारा से मुझे वो चीजें याद आती है। मैं लेट गो तो बहुत करती हूँ, मैं करती हूँ, मगर उस बंदे को जब आ जाती है तो वो ऐसा बिहेव करता है तो मैं बहुत हर्ट होती हूँ कि अब मैं तो लेट गो कर रही हूँ मगर वो बंदा जिसको मेडिटेशन का पता नहीं है, सब कुछ नहीं है, वो हर्ट कर रहा है। हाउ टू ओवरकम? मैंने कहा मैं तो मैं भी किसी से पूछ के बताऊंगी, मुझे इस चीज का इतना आइडिया नहीं है, तो आई जस्ट वांट आंसर फ्रॉम यू।
Okay. Okay, so here Eva is asking, okay, so Eva is asking, is the session not in English? Eva, the session is in English, but there are few people who are not comfortable talking in English because they are not too adept in English. That is the reason why this question was being put up by Dr. Anita in Hindi. Also, not that she doesn't know how to speak in English, but it's just that she is more comfortable. So she was just sharing the question. Otherwise, the session is going to be in English. So Dr. Anita is talking about one of her clients and who needs some help because she's not able to let go of her past that she has with her husband. And now Dr. Anita wants to know how can she let go of that and how can she move forward in life as far as the husband is concerned, and who has a different relationship with somebody else, and who was not giving much attention to her. So Dr. Anita, the thing is, first of all, we always have this misconception that let go and forgiveness is very easy. That is why this session is here. As far as the spiritual healing is concerned, this is today's session, spiritual healing. And I want to talk about these aspects because when we talk about letting go is not that easy. Forgiveness is not that easy. It can take years together for us to let go and forgive the person who has hurt us. And it is not that, the other person is the only person who has hurt us. Maybe we have also hurt that person consciously or unconsciously. Like here, Dr. Anita, if you're saying that the husband went to some other lady and he was having a relationship with her, probably, sometimes it happens. Maybe the lady also, or the wife might also, have had, maybe she might have triggered something and the husband might have triggered something. And because whenever there is a relationship, whenever we talk about any kind of a relationship, everything happens between the two people because of two people. It doesn't happen because of just one person. We feel that we have not done anything wrong to that person, but unconsciously we do that. So as far as your client is concerned, she has to be a little patient as far as she is herself concerned, because she has to be very gentle with herself. Tell her to do as much as meditation as possible, and tell her to try to cut the cords with this person, and tell her that, why should she forgive? Ask her this question: why do you want to forgive this person? Why do you want to let go of this person? What is it that is bothering her? What is it that is triggering her? Then only she will be able to identify certain triggers, that brings that memory again into her life, which actually, brings her back to square one. So there are certain questions that she needs to ask herself. Then only she will be able to, come out of this, thing. So I'm going to talk about this also in my session as well, in this session, which I'm going to talk about spiritual healing. So you will get more clarity, and then you will be able to guide your client, the way you want to, in your ways. Yeah, Dr. Anita?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be noisy with someone else's private life. It's just I because I joined a little bit later, and I was hearing a language, obviously Indian, or that is not English. I thought that the whole session was going to be not in English, so I was going to exit because I couldn't understand anything. But thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, thank you, Eva. Thank you so much for being here. So the sessions are usually always in English. It's just that few questions in which language, whatever the people are comfortable in. So we try to encourage, because they have so many questions there which they want to be answered, and so we cannot discourage them. So it's like any language is welcome here. So even if they are coming with a language which we don't understand, there will be a translator, or some translations can be done also, so that they go whenever they end with this session, they go with the answers. We try our level best so that they go with the answers. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I think let's start the session today, and we are going to do the meditation in the later part, because we are always we are already in the sync with the session. We are going to do the meditation after that for some time, because it's already 9:52 here in India time. So we are going to start the session first, because and after that we are going to start with the meditation. Yeah. So right. Okay. So this session is about what is spiritual healing. Now, when we talk about this, trust me, friends, this question has really haunted me for a very, very, very long time. And I was not able to get this answer at all. Probably you can say until today, because I was trying to dig in deeper and deeper and deeper, that what exactly the spiritual healing is. So today I have the answer. So if you are going to ask me what is spiritual healing for me, then I would say that it's basically an experience, a transcendental experience that has restored, harmonized, and balanced my body and soul completely, when I am reconnecting with my nature, my true nature. So when we talk about spiritual healing, there are different aspects of the healing which we need to understand. So the first one is the physical healing, that is of the body. The second one is the emotional healing, that is of the heart. The third one is the mental healing, that is of the mind. Fourth one is the spiritual healing, that is of the spirit or the soul. And fifth, which is last but not the least, is the holistic healing, which means of the body, of the mind, of the heart, and of the spirit. That is the holistic healing. So what is happening is, generally we get confused. So if at all we are going through or going for a particular healing, it is advisable that we know what sort of a healing do we want. So for that, there are certain questions that you need to ask yourself. So what are these two questions that you need to ask yourself? Number one, the question is, what is my main struggle in life right now? What is my main struggle in life right now? This is the first question. Second question is, am I having more than one issue right now? Now, when you have answered these two questions, you'll be able to identify which healing do you want. Now, for example, I'll give you an example, like, probably you have arthritis problem and you're very depressed with that. Now you need here two types of healings. One is the physical healing because of the arthritis. And the second healing is going to be of your mental state, that is your mind. So that is the mental healing. For example, you're going through some kind of a grief, then you will be targeting the emotional healing. So there is always a way first to understand that how do we have to go step by step. What we do is we just hear something from here, we hear something from here, and then we all of a sudden start implementing it because we are in a lot of pain and we just want to get rid of it. But whenever the spiritual healing is there, we need to go step by step by step, then only we will be able to reach to the root cause of the problem. For example, I told you about these 2 questions that you need to ask. When you get the answers to these 2 questions, you'll be able to know the root cause of your problems, and you'll be then able to do that healing. Now the question is, problem with the spiritual healing is, we want to do spiritual healing, that is there, but we don't want to talk about the darker side of spiritual healing. Now, what is the darker side of spiritual healing? Now, the darker side of spiritual healing is any kind of a healing, trust me, that we do, especially the mental, the emotional healing, whenever we try to do it, it resurfaces or brings everything that is stuck inside of us. All the fears, all the anger, everything that we have been trying to store somewhere, it just reaches out to us. And now this is what we are scared about, because we don't want to face it. We don't want to see it, because if we start seeing it, it is going to show us the reality. It is going to show us who we really are, what we are doing to our lives and to ourselves and to the other people. And we don't want to be there. We want to be in a comfortable position where we feel that, no, that's okay. I don't want to see myself. I am comfortable with what I am. If I am an angry young woman, okay, I accept it. But I will not go in for a healing, because it is going to, it is a can of worms, and it's going to take out everything from inside. But trust me, friends, spiritual healing, if it starts taking place, it will take you inside of you, and it will start doing the inner work. And when the inner work starts, everything comes out. But we don't do it. And this is called the spiritual resistance. We, being the spiritual people, we resist. Why I'm saying spiritual resistance is because we feel, even though we are in the spiritual world, we have so much of knowledge, but we don't want to practice it. We don't want to put it into our lives because we are scared from inside. We have a fear of losing someone, fear of losing ourselves, fear of losing everything, fear of not fitting into the society, fear of rejections. There's so many fears inside of us. And when the healing starts, it takes out all the fears one by one by one. Now, when we talk about spiritual healing, I'll just give you one simple, small example, the experience that I just had a few days back with somebody. So there is this 60 years old woman, and since I know her for a long time, a long period now, and she's been doing the activity that I had been, suggesting her to do, to let go of things and to be on that kind of inner work path. So she started telling me that, I'm healed. Sharoo, I'm healed. I've healed myself, and I'm letting go of the past, and I'm forgiving the persons. I've forgiven the people. I was very happy. I was like, oh, wow, great. So I started conversing with her. Now, in that conversation, I wanted to know whether she has actually forgiven, whether she is actually moving on to the right path, whether she has let go of her past, or whether she is actually denying it or suppressing it again. So what I did was I started putting certain triggers in that conversation. And I wanted to know whether she's going to respond or react. And what happened was she reacted, because that pain was still there inside of her. So she started shouting at the top of her voice, and she started crying and howling and everything. And once she was done, when she had completed that process, I was quiet completely. I was not saying anything, not even a word. And then she realized, no, Sharoo, I've not been able to forgive that person. I've not been able to let go of my past. I think I was denying and suppressing and repressing everything inside of me. And I think this is what we do. And we feel that we are healing ourselves. But for us, healing means escapism. We try to escape from something which we are not supposed to do, because that is not the real healing. We cannot escape. We cannot, put things inside of us somewhere. We just shove it inside somewhere under the carpet. and it just keeps resurfacing. This is something that we don't want to do. So for me, healing is a little different. For me, true spiritual healing is when we are facing, when we are exploring, when we are acknowledging, and when we are integrating what we are going through. It's not about escapism at all. That is the darker side. That is the shadow side of ours. That is the shadow side of healing, which we don't want to face. So healing doesn't mean that, the damage did not exist. Yes, the healing means the damage is still there, but now it is not controlling my life anymore. That is when you start letting go of things. That is when the healing starts, when you start accepting everything, the way you are, the way things are, the way situations are. When you're not trying to change anything, when you're not trying to go to the past again and again and try to change that particular circumstance. When you're accepting your mistakes, that yes, I did it and I accept it. Because trust me, it takes a lot of courage to accept your mistakes. So once you've done it, you are on the path of spiritual healing. Trust me on that. Because that is what spiritual healing is all about. So don't pretend to ignore. Now, okay, another example I'll give you. A very simple example that will make you or help you understand what is spiritual healing. Now you have suppose on your hand, you have a blistering sore here. Now the blood is oozing out of it. And what is happening is, because the sore is over here, you can feel it. You can feel the pain. Now tell me one thing. Will you say, or will you try to ignore this sore that you have on your hand? You can't ignore that sore at all. Why you can't ignore it? Because the pain is going to be there and it is going to remind you that, hey, I'm here with you. Secondly, you can't just tell or say to the sore that, hey, somebody else is responsible for you and somebody else is going to look after you. It is not that. It is not possible. Obviously, the sore is yours. You are responsible for taking care of it. You will still carry the sore everywhere. And unless and until you heal that sore, and how you heal it, when you start facing it, when you start accepting it, and when you start finding ways of alleviating this pain, this sore, is when you start healing. When you start bringing a form of self-love in you, that is the time when you start healing. That is spiritual healing. Sometimes, what happens is, it really amazes me. Sometimes when I think that when I was born, I was a tiny little thing, tiny little thing. And now look at me, I'm 5'2", and, I have my body, I have my physical body, I've got so many bodies with me. It's there. There was no external stretching that was there, Nobody stretched me from outside and just, made me what I am. So who made me? So sometimes I feel that, we always keep saying, we are the creators of our own reality. We are the speck of that universe. We are the speck of that source. But do we know or do we understand what that is? If we are the speck of that universe, if we are the speck of that source, that means that source is within us. That means the manufacturer of this creation is within us. And if the manufacturer, if the source, if the creator is within us, then can't we heal ourselves on our own? Can't we heal these flaws and the imperfections that we have by accepting them? I remember Patriji telling me, that was the first message he had written it on a book that I, asked him to write on. So he wrote a message that remember and accept your godhood. Trust me, friends, I didn't understand a word at that time. And I could not muster the courage to ask him also, because I knew what the answer would be. That he would say that, you will know the answer yourself. And today, if you ask me that what was the meaning of what he said, I know and I understand today when he said that you accept your godhood. So today, if you are accepting our godhood, trust me, we are going to heal ourselves, not only spiritually, but physically, mentally, emotionally, on all the levels, which I also did. And when we start healing ourselves, that is the process of, awakening that starts. Till that time, we are not the Buddhas. Till that time, we are not the awakened souls. We are not. We are not the enlightened ones. So for that, we have to accept, embrace, love everything. We have to be in the oneness of everything. Then only the healing starts. That is, for me, the spiritual healing. So friends, in a very short span of time, I had to, in a jiffy, make you understand my perspective, my understanding of this huge word, although it's literally a very small word. But when you start getting deeper and deeper understanding of this word, then you will get to know the spiritual healing is just not the spiritual healing. It is the holistic healing that we are talking about. It is the healing of our soul. It is the healing of our own selves. It is the healing of our true nature. It is accepting and embracing our true nature. So this is something that I wanted to share with all of you. So any questions or anything that you want to share, and hopefully whatever I said, made some sense to all of you, because I don't know what I said. I just said, and I just shared the meaning of this word that I feel it is. So if there's anybody who wants to come, who wants to share and ask any question, please, you are most welcome.
Can we do the meditation lying down? Will it be
Sorry?
Can we do the meditation lying down? Would that affect anything? It would be different. It wouldn't be as good as standing up.
Yeah, Eva, it is preferably, if you're sitting in an erect position, when you're sitting, if you're doing the meditation, it's going to bring more benefits. But if you want to lie down, if you have a backache, or if you're very sleepy, or if you're very tired and exhausted, then you can lie down and do the meditation. That is also okay.
Okay, thank you.
Preferably, you should always sit erect so that the cosmic energy starts entering from your crown chakra and it crosses all the 7 chakras that you have and the other 114 chakras in your body.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Eva. Thank you. Yes. So anybody wants to speak, share anything? Yes.
Hello, Sharoo.
Hey.
This is Vindhya. I was listening to when you said spiritual healing, and it makes sense when we, the way you say everything. But I was just thinking of what Ramana Maharshi had said, like, when he had cancer and he was not even, I think he was not even thinking of himself as part of this body. And how do you explain that when you don't take care of
when you don't take care of? Sorry?
Like you said, you have to love yourself, your body also. It is your body. You have to, like you explained, a wound, right? It is your responsibility to take care of it. And so, like, he was not even connected with the body. So that's how I understood. So can you explain how?
So when we are talking about the souls like Ramana Maharishi, we are talking about the ascended masters over here. So we have not yet reached that stage, have we? Because for them, physical and emotional and mental are all one. Yeah. So there was no need for them to take care of anything. So if you talk about, yogis who are there in the Himalayas, yeah. Mm-hmm. So they don't wear clothes. They wear bare minimum clothes. They walk barefoot in sub-0 degree temperature, because they do not have any feeling that, they are not attached to their physical body at all. They are much way, way beyond that. Right now, we are taking baby steps here. We have to take care of the physical body because we have a karmic bondage here, which we need to take care of as well. When we talk about Ramana Maharishi or any other ascended master like Sai Babaji or Mahavtar Babaji, these are the people who are, who have taken care of their karmic bondage. They are way beyond their physical because they know that physical, mental, emotional, everything is the one. It's one. They don't have to now take care of the physical. So right now we are in the physical body. We have been given this life to solve our karmas, to do our dharma, and then we have to move ahead in life. So we have to take care of this body because we haven't reached that stage yet.
Thank you, Sharoo. My ignorance speaks, but thank you for pointing that out. I was not trying to compare with them, but I was just wanting, like, the thought came and I asked you. So thank you.
No, that is absolutely okay because this also helps me learn so many things from you also. Not that I'm just sharing here. It's like sometimes when you share, I also learn so many things. I also try to understand what you are asking me, and I also try to understand that yes, maybe I will put in some more thoughts into it, and maybe I'll come up with another answer or reply to you later on because I will study more that what exactly it is. I will ask the angels what exactly it is. So there's so many things that happen when we are in the Sajjan Sangatya, when we are in a group consciousness. So thank you for asking me this question, Vindhyaji. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you answered perfectly and you put the perspective in the right perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, Vindhyaji. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. Yes, Ram Garu, Madhu Garu, yes.
Sharoo, before I speak, we have Sarita ji who wanted to share. Yes, Sarita, please go ahead. Yes, she had unmuted herself before. Sarita, you're there?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was saying on the back of your screen. I would like to know what's that, and also the tattoo that you are putting. It's nice to see. Actually, it's very beautiful to see. Actually, the back of your screen, and also, yeah, of course. So some of the things like that, and also, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarita ji. Actually, I just mentioned it in the beginning of the session because Kinnari ji also asked the same question. That what is the meaning of
I missed
tattoo?
the starting session today. Sorry for that.
Yeah, that is okay. So this is the Shiva consciousness and the angel consciousness with me. So I told them the story behind it, that why did I get it done here near my heart chakra. So it is basically what the angels wanted me to do, because I was after their life that please, I want something in the physical form that you are there with me. So when I was asking it, obviously, when you talk about the light beings, they can't, they are there talking to me 24/7, but like the human tendency is always there to see, to have that feel that somebody is there. So I was asking them. So this is the thought that they put in my mind, that you want us with you, then you carve us here, we'll be here with you in your heart chakra, and whenever you're going to touch it, you'll be able to feel our energies. So whenever I meditate, I first touch it here, I give them a lot of love, I receive a lot of love from here and from them, and this is how I have started doing the meditations nowadays. Yeah, so this is the history of my recent tattoo.
Nice. And what about the back screen?
Back is it's not a screen, it's my wall. So that's a mandala, and it also has a lot of angel frequency in it. So whenever I meditate, I put the angel frequencies. I request the angels to put their frequencies in everywhere, in each and every place of mine. So this has angel frequencies in it. So it's a mandala.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarita. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharoo.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, Sharoo.
Ji.
That was a very, very wonderful session, Sharoo, and very informative as well. So the 5 types of healings and the spiritual healing is very much important. We ignore it, and And what I noticed is when we practice more and more meditation, we heal spiritually. Like many people ask, like how to open this chakra or how to work on this. Like there are so many blocks they've been carrying it from the past. And when we practice meditation, the energy knows where it needs to go and heal. So we sometimes we don't know like where to work, which chakra to open. Maybe our heart chakra needs to be opened than our solar plexus chakra. Uh, so the explanation of the wound is very wonderful. Where you said that if there is a cut in the hand, how will you say that? Okay, I will ignore it. I will not care for it. You have to go there and you have to really address it, and you have to give some care for it. So then only it will work. If you just ignore it, it will pile up, and one day
Absolutely.
it will burst like a volcano. Like that's why we have to immediately, if there is any situation that is coming in front of us, we should not go into the past experiences and do not repeat the same thing again. We have to see it from a different perspective, and to let go. As from the start, we've been sharing about this concept of let go, from Maliniji's question to Anitaji's question, till this, like letting go of that pain, the sorrow that we've been carrying. Because when we don't heal inside, it will start like a wound, like any physical problem that we will experience. So mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, we become weak. So very, very, very wonderful session, Charu. Enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you.
Whenever you come with such an energy, and you simplify everything, and you make us understand how we have to work. So the energy that you share with, it's really amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you so much. The credit goes to the angels, Archangel Raziel, who keeps teaching me so many things, and the other angels as well. So they keep teaching me, they keep telling me, they keep giving me so many things to ponder on, which I keep sharing with all of you, and which made me realize that I forgot to tell you one more thing, which is very, very important. Because when we do any kind of a healing, be it any healing, when we are talking about that, we always would run for an external help, and there is nothing wrong in taking the external help as well. So but for me, there are two things that have always been helpful for me. One is the ecotherapy, and the other one is the sound therapy or the music therapy. So these are the two things that you can take help of. When we talk about ecotherapy, it's like, with the nature, being with the nature, in the nature, and being with the beings there. So if you are doing that, you'll be able to heal yourself completely. Then there is a sound therapy, which is a very, very powerful therapy. Why? Because when we talk about sound healing, it synchronizes your brain waves, and it helps to restore your normal vibrations or your frequencies of the cells in your bodies. I have actually, you can say, healed myself so many times with the sound healing, whereby I just put that music on a particular frequency. So I'm going to share with you few frequencies that I keep using whenever I'm doing the music therapy. One is, when there is any pain or any kind of a stress, I put a music that is on 174 hertz. So when there is a 174 hertz frequency, the music is running on that, it is going to heal your pain. It is going to heal you from the stress. Secondly is, if you want any kind of fear and guilt is playing on you, then it is 396 hertz that you can, the music you can hear on that. And the best one, which I keep doing, is when I want to connect with the frequency of God, when I want to connect with the frequency of the source or the creator, or to be within that oneness. When I want that, then it is 963 hertz. So there are certain frequencies that are there. These are the divination tools that the nature has given us, that we readily have available with us, which can actually accelerate our spiritual healing. So when we talk about letting go of anything of that sort, you can put that frequency on, you can meditate along with that frequency, and you will see that your body is going to respond to that, and you will start healing from within. This feeling of letting go is going to be there with you, and slowly and gradually you will start healing from inside. So that is also one of the things that Archangel Raziel, he just pointed out to me, and he said, you are forgetting one thing. So I am, I've shared it with you. So thank you, Archangel Raziel, for helping me out. So yeah. So yes. Anything else? Yes, Sumati ji. And thank you, by the way, I'm so sorry, Madhugaru, for lovely explanation and, lovely insights that you always bring into the sessions, because it is very important, because you've been healing so many people through your words, through your presence, and it is very important when it comes from you also, from the master like you. So it really gives an impetus to the people to do more healing. So anything else anybody wants to say and speak? I think Sumati ji was there, and Sumati ji wanted to speak. Ji, Sumati ji.
Can you hear me, Sharoo
Yes,
ji?
yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Sharoo ji?
Ji, I can hear you, Sumati ji. I can.
I don't know if it's my... Thank you. This wonderful session. That's to comment and to share, and also I would like to make it brief as far as possible, to give my opinion on some of the stuffs that the masters have shared. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we all can hear you.
The first thing is, I was very fascinated with the way that you have said how when your children make choice, eat positive, and when you're a rock even when they make a negative choice. I think that was a good one today that I've heard, because others and elders sometimes, I think I must be honest, that there could be some element of ego in us. I would have thought in my mind, yeah, I told you not to do so. So that's a beautiful way of talking my head and reinforce that. Be a rock even when they have taken the other choice, though they had known and educated, because there are two ways of accepting or to learn is through self, and one is through elders or others' experiences. That was fantastic. Be a rock even in the negative. Thank you. And your Shiv angel tattoo, that's brilliant. I was just wondering when you said that this is how our forefathers actually brought up all the ideas. I think all these famous however they have originated symbolically, where they can feel. They're all tangible, I mean, where they feel good. You get some direct, I think your tattoo gives you
I'm sorry, but your voice, Sumati ji, your voice is a little breaking. Sumati ji, can you please repeat what you said, because your voice is breaking?
I'm going to another room. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is with your Shiv angel tattoo, which is very creative and fascinating. As you said that, I was connecting to how we've got in Hinduism, we've got so many thousands of idols, erected. And, our forefathers, mankind had created this because you visually see them, you touch them, and you feel good, and you can connect to it. So it's that concept, it's connecting because you can see it, you can touch it, It's all about the game in the mind. Yeah, so that was it. And thank you so much for the healing concept. Thank you so much. I just wanted to give a bit of my opinion on Anita G's information request, if you don't mind. I've been in that situation where we've helped by the grace of universe, and maybe for whatever reason, we've had the opportunity to sort of, I wouldn't say help, to be part of that situation. And so far, many of the relationships have turned up well, and these could be relationships where I'm happy to share. It could be as worse as a man strangling a woman, or the husband strangling a wife. And obviously, you can imagine what's the next action, isn't it? The next reaction, rather, is to quit and go. I've seen all this, and one thing I have learned is, which I've been very, very persistent and firm, both my husband and I, is we never made judgment. We never made judgment, because there are two sides of the coin. Ultimately, let them make the decision. But again, to use your own adjective, to be a rock there, supporting them, whatever they want. But one thing that you can sort of reassure and sort of reinforce, to give time, because time heals. And that couple are happily married, and they've got their second kids, and it's been years. And they always come back to me, Sumati, it's you. Because I've always told them, if you take choice A, these are your consequences. If you take choice B, these are your consequences. And when the girl went back to India and stayed with her folks, though there was a kid, and she saw how life was, and she came back. So I'm not saying that we have to take the strangling bit. I'm just telling you, each of us in this platform has a different interpersonal relationship with our partner or spouses. Some would shout, and then they just dust it as though nothing has happened. Some would just raise the voice, and that's a mountain out of a molehill. Some would communicate softly, and if something hurts, it's a divorce. So each of us have different format of, correspondence and interpersonal relationship, and be what is, just take it up the way it should be. But Anita ji, just give time, and time heals. That's all I wanted to say. And for Vindhya ji, my 2 cents tells me, I've read about Ramana Maharshi, and I've seen his videos. Those days, the medical intervention was so poor. The awareness of cancer was so poor. And hence, the logistics of it, and to get the recovery, everything there was a great timeline. And I believe, like Sharoo ji said, all the elements were one for them. There was no separation. So therefore, my 2 cents tells me that perhaps this is the manner he wanted. Because if you realize, there are many yogis too in the Himalayas, they would just meditate to leave this physical plane. And to, and there are many chants and many, mantras that could be done to do so, to facilitate that. But again, Ramana Maharishi was so focused qualitatively in presenting the truth, that physical aspect was negligible, and he really doesn't care, because he knows the faster he goes, the better. That's what I feel. And Madhuji, as usual, you've come out so brilliantly, because you're right. Again, like the chakras, like Sharuji has that tattoo. We have so many studies, so many healings, so many concepts. And chakras is one of the form for a person who believes in that, and it works. All of us takes different format and routes. And yes, you're right. I agree totally with that. Meditation is the ultimatum. And also, thanks to Ramji, because I was always doing water therapy. And that came to my mind. I was just had caught a bug from my husband. I'm all right. I just did water therapy, and I said, water molecule. I thanked water and the gratitude. And that's how we go by, and we have all these, little things to join together for healing. And also, I'm also an audiologist, and so you're right. For the people in this platform, we used to use sound therapy for autistic children, for ADHD children, and you're right. Your 174 hertz is actually a low frequency, and that would actually balance your hormones, all your your dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. And it also helps in your pituitary balancing. So yeah, that's it. I'm sorry I bored you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
so
Sumiti.
much. So yes. Yes, please carry on.
Thank you, Sumiti. You answered my question very wisely. So nice of you. So nice of you. Now I have been clear in my mind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ji.
Such a nice wisdom. Thank you.
Great. So we are learning from each other so much, and hail group consciousness. So yeah, thank you so much, Sumati ji. Thank you so much for giving your insights in so beautifully to each and every word that I said, or Madhu ji said, or Anita ji said, or Vindhya ji said. So thank you so very much, Sumati ji. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, Kinnari ji, I think. Okay, Kinnari ji, are you there?
Yes, of course, I am here. I'm waiting for my turn. A very, very small and very quick question.
Yes.
Patriji also always says that, no doctor, no medicine, because whatever we got problem or anything, it is because of our karma, and that we have to clear it and just, bear and then clear it, the whole account, so settle it down. So does it apply for this therapy as well, or what you are selling, healing and those kind of things? Or
means what? I mean, I could not understand what your question is basically.
Okay. Patriji always says that means no doctor, no medicine. Yeah. So we are talking about healing. So healing is also a kind of medicine, what we say, not that kind of medicine, but it is also, we are just taking help of something that can heal us. So,
yes.
So does it apply for the same rule for that one as well, or it's just different from?
No.
Yeah,
so it is not a medicine. Basically, it has a placebo, which you call a placebo effect on us. Be it crystals, be it any divination tool, they have a placebo effect. Because if you talk about crystals are also under a lot of initially under a lot of controversy, because everybody said that it is our positive thought that is making these crystals work. The crystals are not nothing; they are just the stones. And it is our placebo effect that we put into the crystal, that this crystal is going to heal, that heals us. So it is basically not the medicine that we are talking about. It is the placebo effect that we put in the divination tools, and our belief and our complete focus into that divination tool that gives that particular tool a power. For example, if I'm rude, I'll give you one simple example. I am a karma board reader. Yeah. So it's a board. So unless and until I put my focus into that board, if I focus my energy into that board, then only that board is going to work. Otherwise, it is not going to work. It is just a board there. Okay. So the divination tool is there, but unless and until we start using that tool for our own benefit, in the sense, in order to heal us, it is not going to work. Similarly, the oracle cards that I work with, it is the same thing that we are doing. So it is not a medicine. It is basically, these are just the help that we are taking from the nature. That is why I said the two things that I use is the ecotherapy and the sound therapy, because this is something that is being given to us by the nature. So Patriji always says that you take the help. of the nature. It is not, he never says that don't go out in the nature and don't sit and meditate there. He always says that, he always recommends that. So these are not the medicines, but they do have a placebo effect in that, which works on us. Yeah.
Yeah, all
I
right,
hope I
okay.
answered the
Yes.
question. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
clear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kinnariji. Thank you so much. Yes. Anybody else?
Yeah, Sharoo. It's me, Sarita.
Yes, Sarita ji. Yes.
I would like to know about the two things that you have spoken. The echo and the other one is the sound therapy. Yeah.
Ecotherapy. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the two things. Among two things, the second one, with the sound therapy, I would like to know something like, for example, with the more sound that we are paining, the brain is a severe pain that the sounds that we hear. So that problem what starts so many years before, but I didn't get any solution from the doctor. Because of that, if the sound is going on to certain frequency, I really feel like shout like anything and angry and a severe pain that I get to the head. I'm really, for 3.5 years has finished. I was really suffered a lot in the life because of that. Still now I am okay with the therapy, something going on, the physiotherapy that the doctor recommended. Is there any chance that to get out of that pain to the brain and also to come out of the angry and yeah, of course it's really more for me now. It is controlled through the physiotherapy, but really does that sound will help? How can it help? So could you tell something that I can come out of that?
See, when I talk about sound therapy, it can be anything. It can be any sound. Even if you are not taking the frequency that I'm talking about here, you can just listen to the music of the singing bowl, or you can listen to the music of running water, the ocean, the running waves, the sound of the waves, the sound of the nature, the sound of the birds, something that appeals your brain. Because what happens is people do not have the idea of how to use binaural beats or how to listen to the binaural beats. So maybe in some other session I'm going to talk about the binaural beats also, that what are binaural beats and what is the right way of using these frequencies and the binaural beats that can help you out, because not all the frequencies are made for us, because some frequencies are going to have an aversion. We will absolutely have a headache as soon as we hear that frequency. So that frequency is not made for us. So we have to keep experimenting on that. So for example, suppose, I'll just give you one simple example. I can meditate on, there is a music called epic music. Okay. But there are 99% of the people who cannot meditate on this kind of a music, because it has a sound which is, very different. Okay. It is kind of a, I cannot explain the kind of a sound or the music it has, but not 99% of the people cannot meditate on this kind of a music, but I can do that.
Exactly.
Because that frequency is something that is there inside of me and it really accepts. So everybody is different. Yeah. So everybody, it is not necessary that what appeals to me physically, mentally, that frequency is meant for you also, because everybody is on a different vibrational level.
Yeah.
You are on a different vibration, I'm on a different vibration. Probably we are on this, sometimes we are on the same or equal vibration. So maybe it will appeal us, that same music, but maybe sometimes you're up, sometimes I'm low. You are here, I'm here. So the frequencies are different. So the music frequencies are also going to be, our preferences are also going to be different. So so maybe maybe in the near future I will take that session on binaural beats as well, and what kind of music you should and what kind of frequencies you can also opt for.
Okay.
That will help you.
could be fine. Yeah, because I always like, for example, now we have, I'm attending for the sections. I really feel a lot of disturbance to my mind with all the talkings, and that also makes me every sound, every pain to my head and neck. And also it's very a lot of disturbance to my mind actually, but really I'm controlling myself. And I would like to hear a very nice explanation that you're giving and about the thoughts, everything. It's a wonderful session, I feel it. So yeah, and also the TV, I can't hear the TV sounds also at home. Sometimes I shout like anything, please stop the things. So, and also the music that going in the meditation, I really like it a lot. Once upon a time, I like enjoy the music, different musics, but I really came completely out of hearing any musics because of the sound that never allows me to hear. My ears are pain, my head are pain, and yeah, it's very severe pain actually, and a lot of disturbance to my mind. So this is going on from so many years, but now it's controlled a lot through the physiotherapy. But still, I would like to come out of this. If any, yeah, of course, you told the possibilities there. Could be fine. Could be really thankful for that if you go for the session and come out of that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharoo. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So, anybody else wants to ask or share anything? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, all the people, all the family members who have written such beautiful words in the chat section also. Thank you, everyone. I thank each one of you. So can we meditate for 10 minutes? Is it okay, Madhugaru? Can we do that?
Yes,
yeah?
yes, Sharoo. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll meditate for 10 minutes because it's already time, and it was I think it was such a wonderful session where we interacted so much, and I'm really glad that you all could come up with so many questions and so many doubts, and these were being cleared. So let's meditate for just a few minutes. I'm going to guide you in the meditation for a little bit of time, just for 10 minutes, and so that you can just be a little calm mentally and emotionally. So just drink a little bit of water and sit in a comfortable position. I'm just going to say a few words to you, and you can just try to self-heal, and so that it probably you can just keep meditating later on once the session is also over. So just close your eyes, just take a few minutes to tune your body into calm and relaxed state. Observe your breath as you inhale and exhale. Just take a moment and breathe and observe the simple process of breathing. Let your eyes be relaxed. Unhinge your jaw slightly. Place your focus on simply observing your body, relaxing and breathing. If you can, just feel your body as a consciousness of trillions of conscious cells. Don't touch your body. Just feel how alive your body actually is. Tune into those subtle sensations of your body energy. You have the power to connect to all your cells in your body and to instruct your cells to function to its full capacity. Just focus on your defender cells, which will simply take care of your well-being. These well-being cells can multiply, bind together, and protect you from the disease that is there in your body. Just keep relaxing your body and let any tension dissolve with your breath. Trust your body, and with each breath, bring more and more trust into this healing process with the help of these well-being cells. Breathe, relax, and accept the fact that your body is able to fully heal and function properly. You can instruct these powerful cells to start to multiply in billions, forming an army of pure power of well-being. Now you can request these cells to start sensing where the healing is needed. You can do that by scanning your whole body from your toes unto your head and locate the area by feeling and intuition. When you have located the areas, tell these cells to start spraying the area with the white light of healing, blasting any dis-ease away and turning it into nothingness. Just allow for this clearing and healing to take place until you feel that the disease has been dissolved. Just take a few minutes and be with these cells and try to heal from within. Now slowly you can return back into the here and now. Relax and know that the cells did their absolute best job, as they always do, by healing you. Express your gratitude to the Almighty and to the light beings for healing you. You can come back to your physical awareness and you can enjoy your well-being with this beautiful energy bursting out of your body. And you can open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. I hope you all are here with me, and we are going to have another beautiful song on which we can all groove. So Madhugaru has that song in her kitty today, and she is going to play that song for us if it's not too late for any of you. Please don't go away. Just be here with me and with Madhugaru, and we are going to groove on this song. Trust me, we are going to have loads and loads of fun.
So for that, Sharoo, I need to close the YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll ask our friends who are watching in the YouTube. So if you want to see the song, please join us in the Zoom. Thank you so much.